Welcome to the Tokumei podcast. I am your host this week, Anime for Days, and my co-host, Kentina Star.
Hello!
And this is the last episode and a special episode.
Oh my god!
Let's go!
Hi.
I can't believe
doing?
it's. Carry on. Sorry.
No, I'm sorry I interrupted you. You go ahead,
No.
Queen. Say what you got to say. I can't.
I know.
believe...
I was just gonna say I can't believe it's the end of 2022.
I know.
We've actually survived.
Yeah, survived. We're getting there.
It was one hell of a year. A lot of good things, a lot of bad things, a lot of crazy things. But good nonetheless. But I'm surprised I haven't made it this far, truthfully.
No,
Because it was just like I said, it's one of those things that we decided to do randomly. And
that's true. That is very true.
It's a joy. But enough about us. Well, we talk about us all the time. J-Kun, as I call him, is Jthowi. Can you introduce yourself and let people know who you are, just in case they don't know who you are, so they can know who you are and be in your streams and show you all the love and support?
Yeah, I can try. Hello, I am Jthowi. I am your local Hilaneko. I am referred to as J-Kun, Stinky Cat, a lot of things. But I vibe. I play a variety of games, and do a variety of stuff.
Okay. Well, thank you so much for introducing yourself. Well, I mean, first off, how was y'all Christmas before we get into like the big deep questions?
It was Gucci. It was just actually nice to have a lie-in for once. Although
Well,
I'll be honest,
I'm glad that you guys had a chance to sleep in.
I only slept for like 2 hours on Christmas Day though.
Why?
I just couldn't sleep. It was like I think I got off my PC about 1 o'clock, got into bed, and then it was like 4 or 5 o'clock that I was like still awake. I was like, well, this is just ridiculous.
The young boy
Actually,
was so excited.
I'm not gonna
for
lie.
Christmas.
I kind of did the same thing, but it wasn't because I couldn't sleep. It was a Christmas Eve, and I decided to stay up the whole night reading manga.
Oh,
That's adorable. That's
And
adorable.
so I only got like 2 hours. I completely forgot about that. I'm not gonna lie. I was reading. What was I even reading? I was reading this manga, right? And I was like, I read through the whole thing, and then it wasn't even good at the ending. It wasn't even fucking good. I was so angry.
It wasn't worth it.
It wasn't worth it. I was really angry actually, and I was like, well, I guess I'll sleep now. I guess.
Yeah.
Anger sleep. Like,
Angie, big Angie. My God.
what day is it tomorrow? Christmas? Oh, fuck. Oh, can I swear? Is that allowed?
Oh, yeah, no, it's fine.
Okay.
You say very questionable things sometimes.
We do. Well, when we say we, I mean Kenty says the we.
Oh yeah, Kenty
We're a team. But
God.
before the first time, what if you can explain a little bit on where you got your name? Like what brought the name J-Kun? Oh well, I brought the name J-Kun. What brought Jthowi to what brought that name to you?
So when I originally started becoming a VTuber, this is like a really I'll be honest, it's maybe a bit of a lackluster story, but I was super heavily into Final Fantasy XIV, the critically acclaimed MMORPG.
Very cool.
I definitely can't pronounce the whole copy pasta off by heart.
Only true believers of Final Fantasy XIV knows.
And Jthowi is actually the character I created in that game. So I kind of got that character design. I turned it into the person you see here in front of you.
Oh my god! You
so
came
that is
from a video game.
I came from video game.
Oh my God.
But I actually had the original idea of being like a hacking like VTuber.
Ooh, that's
Um,
cool.
I mean, the first VTuber I guess I kind of knew of was Project Melody, and obviously she's like an AI VTuber, and so I was like, yeah. I'm super into computers. You both probably know that much. That I like my tech.
Yeah, totally, definitely knew that.
So that was the idea, but then I was like, but Catboy.
But Catboy.
Catboy.
Anime Catboy.
You just wanted to be a nice, cool kitty cat.
Exactly. And that was it. That's where my whole design came from. It was
okay.
It was more of a I mean, I also these clothes aren't mine. These are the main character of Final Fantasy 15.
Noctis. I noticed
Noctis.
that.
It is my favorite Final Fantasy game.
Really?
I even beat the secret boss that took me 2.5 hours IRL.
Oh my god! What?
I mean, it's no 7, but I mean, it's good. It's pretty okay.
Yeah. So I have a deep love for the Final Fantasy 15, also known as emo boy band travel simulator.
Sasuke? Not Sasuke?
Yeah.
No, that game was good. I did love that game. I thought it was gonna be a lot better, but it was definitely good. It was definitely fun. I had my fun times with it. I don't think I ever beat the final boss though. I ended up dropping before I got to the final boss.
You haven't beaten the game?
I haven't.
Oh my god.
Kenzie's a fake.
What other games came out around the time, man? I just forgot.
I think 15 was quite ultimately the first game that actually made me cry while finishing it. Yeah.
They do so much.
A lot of people like complain about the whole story and like how it was all developed, and I can agree. Like the linear ending, where it's not open world anymore, that was kind of bad. It was kind of felt rushed, but the story at the end, they knew where they were going, and they wrapped it up nicely in a nice little bun.
A bun.
And everything. A bun.
I mean, that whole game process was a fucking rush. It was it started out as a 13 not 2, and then it developed into its own game. Then it took 4 years to come out, and then it finally came out, and it wasn't really everything like most people was like looking for. So I think that's why people was like kind of put off by it.
And I think it still needed a year or two polish. I think that's what it needed.
Yeah, but like nowadays, like with all the DLC out and everything else, it is a pretty good game. It does seem like it's stepped up pretty well.
I just love the chemistry between the 4 guys. There's like they obviously it's a big core part of the story, and they worked so much hard on it, and I just vibed with that like so much.
Yeah.
Like it was just like the fact that when you set up like the camp, they're all there like chatting in and stuff, and when you're in the car and stuff like that, or on like the chocobos, it was just, I can talk about the game for hours.
Like chilling with the mates, hanging fun.
I like chilling with the boys.
Vibing.
Chilling with the boys. None of that.
A cold one.
None of that labia in there. Just the mates.
Oh my god.
No. But so do you like bring a lot of that character from Final Fantasy 15 to your own like character? Do you like try to bring those traits to you, or is it like just an inspiration?
Just an inspiration, to be quite honest. I'm just myself when I stream, or like when I interact with others. Like I'm a healer. I'm just a support person all around. Like I'm always cheering people on, encouraging people, all that kind of stuff. So I don't know. It's just myself, I guess. At the end of the day.
Nice. I mean, did people notice that with your outfit? Does anyone notice that it is from the game, or people do not notice at all?
I think as 15 was like one of those ones that quickly got buried under the rubble, and not a lot of people noticed the outfit, but people noticed the the markings on my face, and they go, "Oh, you're a Mikote." It's like, yeah, don't let Square Enix know that though.
I thought they were gonna say that you look like Naruto because of your face scratch.
I haven't actually had that yet. I've had someone's asked if I was the cat from the new Pokemon games.
Really?
So it's actually that.
So funny.
I was wondering how long it was going to take. It took a little longer than I actually expected, but
Did you actually expect it? You're like, oh, damn, it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen.
I saw the cat and I was like, someone's going to say, "Are you the cat from Pokemon?"
I didn't even think of that. Damn it! I'm a failure of a friend. That I didn't think of that. That would have been perfect. Oh, I could have made a little meme as well. Oh man, I'm so disappointed. Can we go back in time so I can do that?
Oh god.
But yeah, not a lot of people notice the outfit, but a lot of people notice the markings on my face.
Yeah.
Maybe even the earring as well. The earring itself was a pre-order bonus for the Shadowbringers expansion.
Oh.
I don't know that at all. Did not know that whatsoever.
I have played a copious amount of
I can tell, but
Final
that's
Fantasy
good.
14.
I mean, all my friends almost play that game religiously, so like.
No, it's not my most played game though. Surprisingly,
Ooh,
What is your
is?
most played game?
my most played
Play Up.
game, Play Up. I love Play Up, but not that. It's a FPS called Escape from Tarkov.
Oh,
So before
right, yeah.
before and a little bit into when I started doing VTubing, I
Mhm.
played a very copious amount of Escape from Tarkov. It's an FPS that treats itself like an MMO.
Okay.
So you're constantly having to go on it to like keep yourself leveling up, keep yourself like kind of ahead of the game, because otherwise you just get absolutely steamrolled. But I like it. I had a lot of friends that played it.
Mm.
The sniping in the game was very rewarding, and it's one of the favorite things I like doing in video games. So I just liked it. You know,
That's
it was a game I
cool.
vibed with.
Hey, well, I mean, you gotta. So, do you bring a lot of that? Would you like to bring some of that to your outfit too? Like, if you do a new like outfit, would you bring some of that inspiration from that? Since it's very-
Yeah, I think so. I think in my lore, I'm an ex-mercenary, so I would like to bring out a mercenary outfit one day, and that could include like some sniping aspects. I think like
Wait,
that.
yes, that's so cool. Oh my god.
Because in my lore, I'm not the strongest of guys. You see like all these VTubers, and they're like male VTubers, and they're like, oh, like I'm so hecking beefy and
Be chonky.
like chonky. Look at my abs have abs. Like
so you're saying-
you know.
Of abs.
You're not the Chad of Chads. You're just like
No,
the mercenary
I'm-
Chad. You're the cloud
Yeah.
of the Chads. You know the
I'm
cloud
just-
stripes.
Yeah, I'm just a regular guy. I'm just a average Joe, you know. And I didn't want my VTuber to like be beefy or anything like that. So it was just like I wanted to like in the lore aspects. It was like okay, my character focuses in like long range combat or like combat that involves like say like a polearm or a glaive or something like that. So they keep their distance.
That's so cool.
That is
Oh my
cool.
god.
So you really treat yourself as like the supporting, like you like the support.
Yeah. I'm terrible whenever we play games. I'm terrible when it comes to me being on like the front line. I'm terrible at DPS and like Overwatch. I can't.
I never play support because I'm too nervous to play like tank or anything or DPS because I don't want to let anyone down.
Oh, too fair though. Recently, I was literally the same with being in support, but I was like, nah, man, I'm gonna have to change. I'm going for main. If we're talking about that, main character
I want to be a
energy.
main character, but you are
Main character.
No way.
Lucy definitely has main character energy.
True,
No,
true,
I'm
true,
evil.
true.
I'm the villain now.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, but even villains need a main character, you know.
No, but then they either like get like I don't know thrown off or they'd be dead.
You could pull an Akameka kill. Technically be the villain.
That is true.
Technically be the villains, but the main character.
It's like what Esdev, her.
No, I'm talking because technically the main characters are the villains in the game in that, aren't they? In a sense. Well, I guess they're more
Oh,
anti-heroes.
yeah, I guess so. Do you know what I got compared to Esdef again the other day.
Did you?
Yeah,
I mean-
again. Again.
I mean, the outfit, kinda.
Do you think? I literally think it's just the hair.
I think it's the
I think it's
white
your
and black
dominating
outfit.
force that you have.
Stop it. But I'm like, oh yeah, I have to like be surprised, but also not surprised. I mean, do you get other than the cat you got compared to, Fo? Do you get compared to anyone else, or not really?
Do I? I can't remember any off the top of my head.
Fo's forgotten. Push out his head.
Yeah, right.
Everything.
Look, I think I have. I just can't recall off the top of my head. If I remember, I'll say. But
Weekly.
I can't really
Hey,
think.
did you guys put the podcast up yet? I remember that.
It's going to be in the comments, or we're just going to YouTube video
I know what it
edit
is.
in, like a little clip in the end, like, hi, like this is Future Fatly here.
It's so funny. So, what made you want to be a VTuber in the first place? Like, what? I mean, I know you saw Project Melody, but what was like the lead up to it? Like, it was like, oh man, that's so cool. I want to try it. Like, what? How did you like discover your roots into all that of the VTubing lore and stuff?
I was starting to become more friends with people that were into VTubing. I think, but also at a sense, I was what some of the community called flesh tubing. I was already a streamer before I became a VTuber.
Gross.
It's such a controversial word. It's like people refer to it as like IRL streamers, but then other people are like, oh, that's disgusting. Like, get rid of it.
When anyone says they're like a flesh tube, I always think that they're just like they hang out with a lot of VTubers, but obviously
that would make sense.
They just stream their face. No,
Yeah.
Is that not what it is?
The flesh tubing I've heard is just people that stream with a webcam.
Yeah.
Oh,
the people
right.
that just normally streaming, they're not a VTuber, they're just a flesh tuber.
Right, I always thought a flesh tuber was literally people who hang out with a lot of VTubers and they just stream in real life cam.
No.
What the heck?
I mean, technically
So
they are.
that,
I mean, because they
you're
are.
saying that CDog VA is a flesh tuber?
I guess
yeah,
so.
he's totally not a VTuber at all. Totally.
No, he's definitely not a
No, I don't know
VTuber.
about.
No.
Definitely.
No.
I never knew that you did that. That's so cool.
Yeah, I've always been one of those ones. I want to be entertaining. I want to create stories and all this kind of stuff. Going back to the Escape from Tarkov, I originally wanted to create a 2.5D like story with it, like where I would have like a green screen. I would actually do animations of the character fiddling with stuff, or maybe something, and have it overlaid on the actual story. I've always been driven by story creations and stuff. And when you're an IRL streamer, I feel like you're restricted in that sense.
Yeah.
You can't really create a story around you as a person. I guess people like Ninja and all that can do that kind of stuff.
Persona. Kind of. It's a little bit different. I kind of get what you mean.
So
after a while though, that kind of persona gets kind of cringy. I mean, look at it.
VTubers cringe.
Well, not VTuber. I'm talking about the persona of a person that you're playing on, a real life person playing a character.
And I think in a sense that also then driven me into that kind of VTubing space as well. There's more stuff you can do. I had a live 2D ghost model that was free on Twitter. It's been such a while since I've actually used it or seen it. But as a whole, it was a Halloween thing I did with a friend. So we were playing the Apex Halloween event, and I canonically died in that stream. So I was off screen. I was like, oh no! I got shot and stabbed and stuff. And then I arose as a.
That's so funny.
I arose as the VTuber ghost, and that was the whole story of that. So, But I've always just been driven by, I guess, like theatrics and putting on a show for people, because I think at the end of the day, that's like half the entertainment value, isn't it? For a live stream, it's
Yeah,
entertaining
definitely.
someone, maybe for a story, maybe not, and all that Gucci like storiness.
I do get what you mean, because like having like you said though, it does give you, VTuber give you like a lot of more creativity with making up stories and stuff. I mean, I would say though, there's a lot of other streamers out there that do have like a persona, but no one would probably see it. No one would actually know that it's actually a persona. But I think I do agree though that like you can definitely be more creative as a VTuber, especially with getting art together as well and stuff like that. You can with other VTubers and adding people into your lore and stuff like that. And that's what's really, really cool about being in the VTuber community. So how long have you been in the VTuber community, Philly?
My first stream I think was like June the 2nd.
Oh really?
I had a collab literally the next day, and it was like, well, I might as well do a test stream just to like do stuff. I think I originally started with like Cooking Simulator, and then I moved over to like Sea of Thieves.
That's so funny.
But it was I put a message out on my my old IRL stuff saying like, oh look, I was originally going to have both of them side by side, so I was also going to stream IRL. I was going to stream VTubing. Eventually, I kind of like just dropped the IRL. Yeah, it was. There was a lot going on in my life at that time, so I was like, I'm just going to focus on the VTubing. I'm having more fun. I was a PNG tuber for almost a year, so.
Oh wow.
It's one of those things where I was like, I want to do a live 2D, I want to get 3D, I want to get like a lot of stuff from a load of other artists. It made it awkward streaming horror games though. I did a horror stream for Halloween.
Yeah.
But I was a PNG tuber, and so like the only way that I could effectively show people that I was scared was me sellotaping my hand to my mouse. I'll see if I have to get like a picture of like what it looked like, because I took a picture, but I sellotaped my hand.
That's creative though. That's super creative.
And I did an entire 4-hour stream of my hand taped to my hand.
How did you do that?
My hand. I don't know. I was just like I was committed,
Yeah. But that's the thing. You were thinking outside the box. You're like, well, I want to show my expression when playing a horror game, and the best part about horror games is seeing someone scared. So like you added a twist to it. So I think that's really smart.
It also stopped me from flinging my mouse across the room. That also helped.
Oh my god,
that does help too.
There was a particular jump scare that was so bad that my mic peaked. My broadcasting software cut off the actual scare.
What? Oh my god!
My mouse just like flung across like the screen. I think it was. I don't do well with horror games. I love them to bits, but I don't do well with them.
Yeah, me neither.
You could say that. Too fair. Oh god.
The absolute like playing Phasmophobia with Kenzie and then just turning on like the demonic voice on my XLR. It's so easy.
I don't want to go back to that moment at all. It was so terrifying. Like I could not. It was like part of my first like subathon where I had to play a horror game.
Yes.
And at first I was supposed to do it by myself, but I was too scared, so I invited friends, and that's where Jthowi came in. It was Jthowi, Aura, and Veigi, and then
oh my god,
I still was scared.
Really?
I did not survive. I played one good match, and that was it. I was done. I was out of there.
Oh my god.
I messaged the group chat. I was like, "Great, so like same time next week."
And he just leaves.
Immediately messages just no. No.
I was true to my word. I have not played that game since.
You're not done like the Christmas event. You have to feed the cookies to the ghost, and then the ghost turns into Santa.
They can keep them.
No! Oh my god, I saw that on TikTok. I actually didn't think it was real. That's so cool.
Yeah. It took me and a friend like 4 hours to do every
Huh?
single map. So you
Oh
have to
my
do it. You
god.
have to do over like 6 or 7 maps to get like a Christmas badge, which is like the
Oh
Christmas event
god.
badge.
Oh, I
Uh,
see.
and it took us 4 hours, mainly because one of them is an outdoor map. And it was
Yeah.
always raining, so we were like trying to look for like ghost orbs and stuff like that. And it
Yeah.
was just like, come on, you can't see anything.
Oh no.
No,
Oh,
I don't need no badge. I have plenty of badges in Pokemon. You know, it's great.
The real badges. Those are
The
the
real
badges that
badge.
count.
Those are the badges that go. But so I mean, what did you do before you became a VTuber? Like, is there like, did you do content creating before that? Like, did you make YouTube videos? Did you like have a creative like drive before
Yeah,
starting?
I funnily enough, I was following in a friend's footsteps. I was making like Escape from Tarkov guides, so like
That's
guides on how to
cute.
level up, like
oh.
skills and stuff in the game. It
Do
was
you
it was
remember your old
interesting.
opening that you used to say? Like, what was your like opening pitch? Every
Uh,
YouTuber had an opening pitch. Do you have one?
it was just like, hello, welcome back to an Escape from Tarkov guide. Today we'll be going on like say like Vitality or something like that.
I
And
need to see these.
I do too. I
oh
want to
my
see
god.
it too. Are they still
I was
alive?
sent. They're still up there. Yeah, they're still up there. It's one of those things where I just kind of dropped everything, but then like kept everything back up. So I would go back every so often. There'd be like a comment on it, like, "This is not the way to level it up anymore." Like, whoa, this guy is outdated. Yeah.
No.
That's
But
so
I
funny.
also wanted to do. I think I those I had like the drive to make.
Hmm.
But that slowly and that very quickly fizzled out. I wanted
Mm.
to do more like comedy, not comedy, but
Mm.
like more like funny moments and stuff in games. I even did one on like my most stress. I like quoted it as my most stressful raid. Um, and
Mm.
like basically it was just like a roller coaster of a match in Tarkov. And I edited it all together. I, I was up until like 1, 2 o'clock on like weeknights
Oh my
editing,
god.
because I had the drive for that one,
Yeah.
and I think
Yes.
that's so when I went to like YouTube on for VTubing, I was like,
Mm.
okay, like this is gonna be what I create my content around. I want the funny moments, the stuff that happens in the stream,
Ah.
um, all the funny like we did like a Fall Guys collab a few months back. I did them together and released them. I've recently just edited like all of my Resident Evil stuff. I
Ooh,
did like a Resident Evil 7 stream.
Nice.
go.
There was a lot to edit. There was like 7 hours worth of content to edit.
What?
But you did it
Jesus.
though. You did it. That's the thing. You
it
did it.
it took me I think like 6 something hours to beat Resident Evil 7.
Bloody hell.
Like this was even after my second playthrough, so I sort of knew where to
Yeah.
go, but sort of didn't.
Mm.
Um, and like I'm going through places in that game. I'm like, I don't remember this place at all. Like, what?
Mm.
I did that with Final Fantasy VII sometimes. So like, cause I was replaying it. So sometimes to help be more entertaining, I kind of like play into the story like I didn't see it for the first time to try to help it. So I get what you're coming from. Like it helps just make it more entertaining in that way.
I think one of the awesome parts about Resident Evil 7 was even though it's a very enclosed game, like
Mm.
the different variations of how things can happen.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
let's say like with the first fight you have with the dad, the father,
Mm-hmm.
you get into a car and you run over him basically until he jumps on top of your car
I
somehow.
remember
Oh,
this.
forgot
Yeah.
about it.
I didn't realize that if you're slow enough, he can actually grab you out of the car and drive it himself.
No. Wait, really?
Yes.
How did
So
you figure that out? Literally-
I couldn't remember anything of the arena, so I was like running around like, what do I do? What do I do? What do I do? Just like
Yeah.
not taking any damage to my gun or anything. Eventually found the car keys. I was like, oh, perfect. And I got in the car, and then like as soon as I got in the car, he like grabs me out, like, oh no, I'm driving. I'm like, What do I do now? He's in the car.
Taking a nice good old trip with Dad. That should
So-
be the YouTube video, like how to drive with Dad in Resident Evil 7.
Hey guys, welcome back to another Resident Evil 7 guide. Today we'll be discussing how to get into the car with Father.
With Father.
That's so
But
cute.
I like them a lot more. Right? I like add like all the good all the memes and stuff, all the good
Yeah.
content,
The
you know.
quality,
Um,
funnies.
I did toy the idea of like uploading VODs to my YouTube, but I feel like that doesn't give you the it's not
views
something
that
that
you're looking
really
for?
kind
Algorithm.
of, yeah.
Yeah,
I think
no,
it's
the
good
algorithm
in a
is not kind
sense.
to us. Unless you're like already like well known,
Established,
YouTuber,
yeah.
established.
Yeah.
I mean, if you play your cards right, you can make your VODs into videos, because that's what I do.
Yeah, that's what I did with the Resident Evil 7. So it was a live stream that I recorded alongside, and then edited it all down slowly but surely over the course of I think several months.
Yeah.
7 months.
I know that because a friend changed his Twitch name, and I was responding to him with his old name
Oh.
in the video, even though I knew that like it's been changed for a while. So it was weird, like hearing that old name. I was like, what the? I was like editing it. I was like, what? Like,
Wait,
huh?
who?
Who is this person in my chat?
So these videos took what 7 months to edit, or it just took? This is how long ago you recorded it.
I tend to go on like a 3-week basis. I will edit a video down for like 3 weeks, and then I will work on the next one, kind of thing. I was doing it part by part. So like the first one was me going to just exploring the house. The second one was it was literally just an entire episode based on my boss fight with
my
Jack
God.
Baker. Because it took me that long, and I was physically raging towards the end of it. And then so I was releasing them part by part. So all the main events.
Yeah.
Marguerite, Jack. No, not Jack Baker. What's his name?
Jack Black.
The Jack. Yeah, Jack Black. The Lucas. That's his name. Lucas. And then like the final confrontation. Technically there's like 5 parts.
I mean, that's insane though. I'm not surprised it took so long to edit because that was a lot of content. That's
It
a lot.
It's like one of those things where I'm like looking at like Resident Evil Village because I did the same thing with that, and I'm like,
yeah.
do I want this to be just one long video in itself, or do I want this to be a split part thing again? Because that one's also been split into like 4 parts.
Right.
It's like, do I want to do that again? It's like, I don't know. I'm like a bit conflicted at the minute, so
Would you ever consider getting an editor, like for yourself, or have you?
I would like to, but at the minute, I don't think I'm trying to like look into it in a sense of like cost efficiency, like how much am I? Obviously, I would hire the editor and I would pay the editor.
Right.
Unbeknownst to Twitter controversy recently.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
But like,
I saw that.
So yeah, I would definitely pay them, but at the same time, it's like I don't want to pay someone for work and then only have like 5 people watch
No,
it.
that
I feel like
does make sense. No, that does
be a
make
bit
sense.
of like an insult to someone. So I want to like, I don't know, it would work, but then I would also have to think of like, how much content do I have to make each month then to get this editor to actually get like their money's worth?
Right. I feel that.
Well, to get your money's worth as well,
and to get
right?
my money's worth,
yeah.
It's a lot. It like it feels like an editor is only like truly worth it. And again, if you're like more established, like and like you're getting the views to counteract the price of it.
I guess. Yeah, I do kind of. I agree. So I guess it is just putting out content on loads of different platforms to try and get your name out there. Also, I think that's the difficult part, right? Especially since if you need like an editor, but obviously, editors, depending on how much they charge, sometimes it does cost quite a lot.
That's very good.
So yeah.
It is also one of those things where like some editors will only charge you for one style of format, and then
Yeah.
like you have to go for like you have to buy the other one, then you have to buy the other one.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And it can get quite expensive. It is one of
Mhm.
those things. I think also at the same time, it's like one of those things where I'm also learning myself from doing
Yeah.
this.
Mhm.
It's something that I can. Let's say if I get another PC, so I can have a stream PC, I can actually do streams of me editing my stuff.
Ooh, yeah.
Because I use DaVinci Resolve,
Ooh,
not
ayo.
to trash up. Well, I guess it's like in every video editing software. It's really takes a toll on your PC.
Mhm.
And I've tried editing live before, and I'm like everything on my OBS is just screaming
Is
red.
it really?
Yeah,
That's how I thought I was gonna be. I did an editing stream the other day, and I thought it was gonna be the same way, but it actually pulled through. Like there's no hiccups at all. I use Shortcut though to edit it on stream. It's not as taxing on your computer.
I use DaVinci. Then again, I know that DaVinci is more used towards color grading and color correcting.
Yeah, a lot of like big movie producers also use DaVinci as well.
Yes.
I know. I think Corridor Digital also use it as well.
Oh, really?
They use like the studio version that can link like two PCs together though.
Oh.
I don't have the money for that.
Lewis, I thought you used Sony Vegas.
Oh, no, I do have DaVinci. I just don't really use it because I don't really need to color grade anything other than where it's only I use DaVinci when I only need to do in real life stuff, but I don't really do that anymore. So yeah, I just use Sony Vegas though.
The good old
But yeah,
and true Sony Vegas.
I know, I love it. I honestly do need to use like Premiere, but like I can't do it because it's like, but no, yeah.
I started with DaVinci because again, that friend that I was basically piggybacking off before, he also used DaVinci, and so it was more of like one of those things that I could go to someone that I knew was using the program if I had an issue. And ever since, it's just been like self-learning. Like if I wanted, I would always try and incorporate like something new into the video. And so it was like going around like, okay, well, what do I want to add this time? Or what do I want to learn about this time? And I slowly like built up that portfolio and work things around.
That's so cool though.
Yeah, I find it interesting. It's like,
do you enjoy it? Do you enjoy editing?
Oh yeah, 100%. I don't like looking back at myself and getting jump scared by previous jump scares. But
stop it! I did a Mortal Mary Assistant video and I was editing it. I was literally the freaking same. I kept jumping at the moments of the jump scares, and I jumped like I'm watching myself jump at this jump scare. And I'm jumping at it once again. I'm like, am I an idiot? What is happening? What the heck?
It serves you right for playing it.
Man.
I'm not touching that game with a 10-foot pole.
Really? Go on.
I hear you say that.
I like horror. I'm okay with gore, but I'm not okay with like that little incision thing where they like drain the bodily fluids.
Oh, that's fine with me.
So gross. That's so
inside
gross.
the body. That's so gross.
No, that's fine with me. I actually don't mind that part. The part I mind is everything that's actually happening, like the paranormal stuff. That's what really freaks me out.
Lucy is a build difference. She's like, yeah, I can. What, you need me to give me money to tear someone up? Yeah, I can do that. No problem.
I can
put some lids in their eyes. I don't mind.
I can watch summary videos on like say Saw, but I can't watch Saw. Like that's like
okay, yeah, I agree. I can't watch Saw.
Like the level of like goriness that I can deal with.
See, that's so different. Wait, so you're saying you can watch Saw or not?
I can't. I can watch summary videos, but I can't actually be there at the time watching the like all the gore happen.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no.
Black anyway.
There's two things that don't mix with me, and it's intensive amounts of gore and suspense.
Ooh, oh god, yeah.
The movie that I've had to like stop watching was It Follows.
No, it's such a good movie, but no, I do agree. It's like, really suspenseful.
It's
like
really suspenseful. the scene that I ended up was when they were in the bedroom and like the long hallway just before.
No, yeah, I know what you're
door,
speaking.
I walked down the hallway. I was like, I was at my friend's house. Everyone was asleep. I'm like, yeah, we don't need to watch this.
Everyone was asleep. Why were you watching it? You were like,
Because-
let's try and scare myself today.
My friends have this thing where they like put something on and then they go to sleep to it.
Oh,
I do that. I
fall
have
asleep to it.
And let's be honest, it Follows was not the strongestly written movie. It was a good movie, but like a good premise, but it's
I
not.
like the premise. It's very different. Well, actually, there was one that came out recently. Has the exact same premise now. I can't. Oh God, Smile. I think it's called Smile. No.
Oh,
I didn't see that at
was
all.
it the? Yeah, where because I remember the scene where her like she walks up to the car and then her neck just
Yes.
dislocates.
Yes.
Yeah,
That's the same. It's
What
literally the
kind of
same
movies
premise.
do y'all be watching?
So
But it's really bad. It's really, really shit.
I watched a How to Beat on it. Basically, it's like this ghost or this demon that haunts a person.
Yeah.
But the way they like the only way that they can pass it on to someone is by killing someone or something, or
Yes. Mm-hmm.
and then the demon passes on to a witness, and so it's this woman trying to like fight the demon by not passing it on to someone.
Yeah.
It's really weird.
It's literally It Follows though, and It Follows is a lot better than that. And I finished it and I was like, that's so bad. But yeah, no, I do like horror movies. I love horror movies so much. My God, Kenty hates them. Kenty's everything horror.
I hate horror. Anything horror. I would never touch anything horror related.
I'm currently editing the Bathhouse from Hell. You know those like VHS games?
Yes. I know which one you're talking about. I know it one. Yeah.
And I saw it on Steam. I was like, I have to play this game.
Oh, you told me
just
about
came
it.
out.
You're the one that told me about the game, actually. You messaged me
Really?
going, hey, Lucy, do you know this game? I went, no, what is it? And you go, oh, it just came out. I think it's really popular. And it looks scary. You should check it out.
I'm always like, if there's something that I
want to
can
see your friends scared. That's what I want. He can plant the seeds. He's like,
You call me, guys.
I don't want to play this myself, but I do want to see it be played. So hey, what if I get someone else to play?
You got me. No, I'm always one of those like people that I want to help out my friends, and so if I see something that's gonna be like massively popular, I'm like, yo, jump on this, do this now, like kind of thing. So like that's like when I see something that's like come out or something that's just out that's like, I think this is gonna get a lot of traction if people record or stream it.
Yeah.
I'm messaging them like, do it. Like quick, like this has just come out. Like I'd recommend it. So I played it and I was like, this is fun. I got the bad ending initially, and then spent another like hour trying to figure out how to get the good ending.
What? Bloody hell! Jesus.
It was like there was like loads states. So there's like a state where you then get chased, and so like you can't do it within that zone. You have to go back to like a previous time. And like get that all that fixed. Like you have to like talk to like specific people, collect certain items. It's just like your typical like horror game kind of like, if you don't do this at this specific order or thing, like you're gonna get the bad ending.
Right, that's me.
Yeah, it's that's one of like the issues I have with like horror games. It's like you have to, if you don't interact with this like specific bird and give it this potato that only grows in the northwest part of the map, but only if you sprinkle 3 drops of water on it. It's like, that's the issues I have with like horror games. It's like, why are you making these like so ridiculously hard?
That's the issue I have with horror games.
It was a good game. Kenty, I would recommend it to you.
Kenty will never play it.
Never. Absolutely never. If you have a good JRPG, then talk to me.
I did actually hurt my neck playing it though, because I jolted back at a jump scare, and I sort of almost gave myself a little bit of whiplash.
No, why would you do that to you? I just don't understand it. I will never understand the human brain of wanting to get scared. I just don't understand it. We'll never understand.
I like the thrill of it. I
think it's the thrill. Although I was really, really scared at the Morris. I was like sweating. I'm not gonna lie.
There are thrills and jimmies in a bunch, if you ask me.
Chloe, so speaking about like obviously your experience so far, I mean, how have you found it being in the VTuber community?
I love it. I
Mm.
used to be like an absolute social inept person,
Yeah.
and what's the word? Introvert. That's the word.
Mm.
I used to be like that, but I think like VTubing has allowed me to kind of step out of that. I think as well.
Mhm.
Necropara.
It's not my oh no, not Nekopara. Not that game. Don't get me wrong, I love streaming it with you guys, but oh my god, it is an adventure. I've never read up or watched anything on Nekopara, and I was approached
Mhm.
to like say, let's do Nekopara. I was like, yeah, what's the worst that can happen? What's the worst that can
That was
happen?
so funny. But look at you now. You were prepared for it. Your journey led you to this moment to freak out on stream.
Yeah. That was not my struggle.
Chloe's been traumatized.
Yes, but look. To be fair, to be frank, we were streaming Necropara, and
Mhm.
I was like, okay, I'm gonna stream it. It's gonna be great. I will take all the blows for the lewdness and everything. Fowie's like, I want to be a little different today. I want to be a little risque. I want to stream this game. I was like, and I asked him 3 times, like, are you sure you want to stream this?
So we did the prologue though, didn't we? We did the prologue first, and there's like nothing lewd in it. I was like, this is
Okay.
fine.
Yeah.
But, like, I'm guessing like the lewdness would happen like later towards the end of the story. Like
Yeah.
it would never happen in chapter 1
Nope.
of a visual novel game. That's like they would never do that. And then it happened. I'm like, oh god.
You're like, oh no, my
First shower
eyes.
scene. It was just like.
I was like using the group reactive to like hide all the
It was so funny. I warned you though, but not to interrupt. But I would say it like your experiences of VTubing and interacting with people help you be the main character of a game of Necropara.
Yeah, I love it. I love VTubing. It's one of those things where I feel like I can talk to people more.
Yeah.
I feel like I can approach people to collab more. Because when you're like an IRL streamer, it's like, how do I approach someone to say, let's play a game together?
That's true, yeah.
People, if you're IRL streaming, people only want to hang out with you if there's a mutual gain to get from it. Most of the time.
I think that still happens in the VTubing community. I think it happens everywhere.
Yeah.
Still, you still have those clout chasers and stuff.
Yes.
But like, I feel like it's a lot harder to make friends of other streamers when you're IRL. Most of my friends were like, say, back when I did Escape from Tarkov, and I'd kill them and I'd go into their stream like, GG man, like,
wow.
you know, I killed you because I was in like this really obscure spot.
Wow. Yeah.
And like
total friendship right there.
Yeah, it's like, you know, I made loads of friends like that, but at the same time, like I feel like it's a lot easier in the VTubing community to become friends with someone. I don't really know how to explain that. I never did like any sort of.
Do you find yourself more of a solo streamer, or do you like being in collabs more as a VTuber? Or do you like try to mix it up?
I try and mix it up. I like solo streams. I feel like when you're collaborating with someone, I think it's nice, but it's a lot harder to like communicate with your audience at the same time.
Yeah.
You have to like find that balance. I know some streamers actually put like disclaimers in the streams to say like, this is a collab, like I'll be talking to chat less and stuff like that. Like, please don't think I'm ignoring you. So I like both. I like, say, like if it's a horror game, obviously collabs way more.
Right.
When I'm scared, I get very talkative.
Oh, that's why you shut the
So I will start chatting absolute shite, and it's like I remember watching horror films with my friends before, and they've told me to shut up while watching the film because I was just like, I was like absolutely just sweating. Like, it's like, guys, like, how's this popcorn and stuff like that?
Do you need some milk? Nice. I can go grab you some milk.
We need to go to the shop. Yeah, I can pop to the shop real quick. You know, don't worry about pausing the movie, guys. Like, trust. Like, I can catch up later. But you know, it's like I like hanging out with people,
Mm.
but also like streaming on my own is also a thing that I enjoy doing.
Mm.
Um,
I think it's important to
and
do a little bit of both because I feels like if you rely too much on collabs, then you won't know how to stream by yourself. You'll like you need it as a
I
crutch. You know?
yeah, I feel like when you're solo streaming, you're then forced to steer the conversation yourself.
Mm-hmm.
I think if you like go from like say like a month of collabs and then do a single solo stream, you're sat there like, well, what do I talk about?
Yeah.
Who do I
Yeah.
talk to?
Mm-hmm.
How was your sandwich today? You know, it's like
Yes,
Your
that one.
sandwich today. What?
and I've definitely had that. I've done like collabs like back to back with friends and stuff, and then I've just gone to a solo stream and I'm like, I have no clue what to talk about. What do we
Sometimes it
talk
can be
about
really
today?
tricky. Sometimes it can be tricky to steer a conversation, especially if no one is talking in chat. You just have to find conversation either in the game you're playing or in something that's happened in your day-to-day life recently. That's what I
Yeah.
normally do. But no, honestly, it can. I even find it tricky sometimes. And my God, I can't stop talking anyway. So to be fair, though, I would say that Chloe's kind of the same, though.
I mean, you just talk about Genshin daddies.
You do.
Why are you calling me out? This is your interview, not mine.
Someone had to take a stand.
Anyway.
Did you get Zhang Li something for Christmas today?
No, I didn't.
Oh,
Such tragic. I know.
it's a terrible
Such tragic.
Christmas. Terrible Christmas. But
Oh my
no,
God.
so what do you say some things you learned that you value now versus back then as a VTuber?
I don't know. I've definitely
Time
have learnt
zones?
lessons along the way, and stuff like that. Like I have grew in a sense of like personally speaking to people and stuff like that. You know, I feel like I can strike up conversations easier, whereas before it was like, hi, how was your day? You know,
No, I do get what you mean. Yeah. I mean, would you? Oh, carry on. Sorry.
No, after you. I was probably going to ramble then for a sec. So.
Oh no, I was just going to say. Obviously, you've said about how it's actually helped you be more social and interacting with other people. But I was just going to ask if there's anything in the VTuber community that has had a negative influence or a negative or something negative about it that you've like, oh, I don't know about that.
I think.
Or have you seen something that affected you? Is a better question. If you wasn't personally involved.
I definitely have had instances of people coming in or being like, or not like coming in, but like people being like really friendly and stuff, and then like you follow them or something like that, and then they just don't, you know, they remove their follow on you and just don't interact with you again. That happening, and that really annoys me.
I used to block people for that. Like, you're not going to ask me for a follow.
Yeah, it's like numbers don't really care in a sense. You know, I'm here to have fun. I'm here to entertain people. You know, I'll give you a follow if I like your content, and I've seen people like follow me now, and it's just like, okay, well, like, thank you for the follow. I'm not going to follow you back. It's like it reminds me of like the very early days of like
Instagram.
YouTube and like, Instagram.
Do you know Instagram where you literally put hashtag like follow for follow?
Yeah.
Like, it literally reminds me of. I know. Sorry, we carry it.
That was cute.
YouTube, bro.
That was so cute. I mean, people do follow for follows on every platform, but I try not to.
Yeah.
Like Dali says, I try to only like follow you if I actually enjoy your content or want to see what you do in the future. I feel like following for follow is a bad idea because you're only looking forward to getting a follow. The numbers is all you.
You're not there to make a friendship or something like that. It's like, it's I don't know how or why people do it. I'll like scroll through and like, oh, this person's not following me anymore. Like, what you know, like. It kind of brings that negative like thought in your brain of like, have I done something to upset someone?
Yeah.
You know, it does feel like people are easy to be upset.
Oh, very easy. I think.
What? No way. Totally not.
Um, you know, and it's just like I want everyone to have fun. It's like,
Yes, no, definitely.
why are the things that I'm doing upsetting you, or something like that? And it's like, I don't want that to happen.
Do you see
I'm just
yourself doing this long term, like as a career? Do you consider it like a job?
I I think in the end game, I think it'll be fun to have it as a job. But obviously I'm not one of those people that like, oh, this has to be a job. I have to get this.
Don't call me out.
No, but like there are like people that like dead set themselves like, this is going to be my job, and then they burn themselves out, I think, from thinking,
Yeah.
oh, I'm gonna hit 20 average viewers by the end of the month, while they're streaming to like two friends.
You must be getting
Yeah, there are there are people that get into that like mindset, like,
and it can be discouraging if it doesn't happen.
yeah. I like when I first started streaming, obviously, like you didn't know that you could turn the viewership off on like Twitch and stuff, and so you're sat there streaming to like a friend and your mum or something. It's like, I'm not gaining anything from this. I think that's like why I want to focus. Like, I want to do YouTube content more, and like TikTok. It just takes time and stuff.
Yeah, no,
doesn't
it does.
Like,
yeah.
And it's like you're trying to pick out what parts will be funny for like TikTok or something like that, and it's like it can be it's one of those things where you need that mind set, but how do you get that mindset?
Yeah, no, I do get what you mean.
Doing more YouTube than Twitch eventually? Do you want to become more of a YouTuber than a streamer, or is like you like kind of doing both?
I like doing both. I think right now Twitch is more fun.
Yes.
I think because I'm interacting with people at the same time. People are laughing at me when, say, my colony on RimWorld is failing, and stuff like that. You know, it's like, I like that aspect. I can have dumb moments. For example, yesterday I completely forgot that a brain was an organ. And so, like, you know, like, people were making fun of me for that, and you know,
it's so cute. Yeah, you don't get those many interactions from YouTube comments. It's not.
Oh no, yeah.
But the benefit of a YouTube is that you can create your own masterpiece. So like, if you mess up, you can just edit that out, and like no one would ever know. You can literally create your own thing. But for live streams,
or
all on the fly.
If you mess that up, you can turn that into something as well. It's like,
true.
It's YouTube is more malleable because it's already kind of happened. There's no real reliance on people to look at it there and then. A Twitch stream is just there, and then it gets thrown away and then completely deleted after like 14 days. Whereas a YouTube video, that's always up there, and that's always going to be within the public eye. And sometimes, like, you see like the odd like YouTube video that comes back after like years or like months of like no activity, and it's suddenly just back on your recommended page.
Right, yeah, no, it's just the algorithm. It's so weird sometimes. But I mean, that's cool. I mean, is there some interactions what was like your best interaction in a chat versus like your worst interaction you ever had in a chat?
My worst interaction was there was someone that was posing as someone that I knew, not that I like was like friends with, but like they had like, I think they had like 2 L's in their name, so one of them was like a 1, and in Twitch chat it looks like that 2 L's. They just came in like, wow, like so sad playing like this game in like front of all these people. Like, what are you doing with your life? I'm like, bro, what's going on here? I'm just dying in Elden Ring. Like that's like all it is. I don't really pay attention to like the negative stuff, and if anything, I like try and turn that into content itself.
Right.
I do the Chris Broad technique of like laughing at the bad comments that make you feel sad.
That's a good way to look at it. So you don't really you don't really have a lot of like, I mean, I'm not saying you don't have like negative things, but you try to not let it bother you. I need to touch on
Yeah,
that a little bit.
I've been on the. I think I've been on the internet for too long to the point where
Mhm.
like bad comments don't really phase me anymore.
Mm.
You know, like when you were younger, like, oh, you're like just a little kid. It's like, well, okay, like
Hmm.
I'm just trying to be on the internet like everyone else. Um, so yeah, I don't think like comments like that ever really impact me. I like laugh them off. Let's say like I'm
Mhm.
having like a bad game in like Overwatch or something like, or like I'm doing a bad job as a healer, and people slate me for that. I just laugh
Damn, I
because
wish
it's
I could
like,
do that. Honestly, I really
I wish I
wish because
could too.
sometimes I just what do I even fucking do? Oh, I admit it. I'm like, yes, I'm bad. Go away. Something I don't know.
because I got like really drunk the other day.
Yes, you did.
I got. So, have you seen the picture? I like
I did.
drunk
I
two
saw it.
thirds of a bottle of
How?
vodka.
How did you do it? I did ask you in the street, but how? That is
I'm not a lightweight.
insane.
That's why I'm not a lightweight like you, Lucy.
Wow, throwing some shade there. Oh my goodness.
All I'm saying is, so we were in the pub, right? Me and Foe were drinking. I would outdrink Foe. I'm just saying.
Nah, that's cap. That's cap, bro.
They are throwing the drinking cards out on the table.
I am. I have a lot
I
of
got my green tea. I will chug away.
So obviously I was like very intoxicated playing, and everyone was complaining about the healers, and I was like, yeah, it's like fine, bro. Like, even though we were playing
fine.
competitive and everything like that, and it was like, it's like I don't know. I think I have
Hmm.
just had that many of like bad comments thrown my way that I've just kind of grown immune to them.
No, I do get what you mean. Yeah. I mean,
Um,
no, I do get it because like normally when I'm playing like League or something, I know, but and someone gets really angry at me, just call them daddy. It throws them off. It either turns them on or it really freaks them out. And you really just hope it's not the first one.
I feel like
if it's the latter, then it's an instant like block message. It's like,
Oh my
I
god.
found like some things that can also help is that if they're talking about you or they're trying to make this disturb your stream or whatever, I guess you could say,
Mm.
is that you're doing something right for them to try to do that. They see
Yeah.
that you are being awesome, and they're like, man, this person's so awesome that I have to bring them down, but their awesome is too awesome for me to bring down. Type of thing.
Yeah, I think I also have that level of like incompetence where it's I can flip it on the person that's trying to be mean to me.
Ooh. I want to see
Like,
that.
I'm-
Not like I
I'm
don't want to
just-
see someone being mean to you. I just want to see you take down someone. That sounds really
Wow.
weird.
They just
I'm
say
just-
something mean in my chat and
Lucy
just go,
just
I've
wants
learned this from Lucy, Daddy. Time to put this learning to good use.
It's so confused. I'm like, what? Oh
Just
god.
completely stun lock them.
They'll leave.
Careful with that. Don't do it when you have your cat suit on though, because
Oh, the bunny suit.
The bunny suit. How did that come to be?
Ooh.
So like, where did the bunny Jthowi come from?
The bun suit came from I set a chat goal. So obviously on stream you can set up like sub goals,
Mhm.
and it's integrated within Twitch as well. So I like that feature. You can set up like follower goals or sub goals. I set an active sub goal of 75 subs. And I believe during my like birthday stream or during my 1 year anniversary stream, we hit that goal at the same time as all the other sub goals, and I was like, I'm gonna add that in, like, because I kind of do want to get the art, but it was chat chooses the art. So I had stuff like
yes.
I had like
Mhm.
lore related art. I had like a cyberpunk or like a cyber future kind of
Yeah.
art. And then I had the bun suit, and that gained quite a lot of traction on Twitter. To the point where
why.
my friends were like quote retweeting my straw poll or some whatever it was. They were like, "You have to do this one. Click bun suit. Click bunny suit. Do it now."
I mean,
'Cause
I would say
I
you
left-
look really hot in it, so I mean, I would definitely agree. It was definitely worth it.
It looked Yeah, I was looking at the things for a while. It was actually pretty neck and neck with Cyber Healer and Bunny Suit. They were like almost neck and neck, and then like the quote retweets came out, and then that got demolished. But I kept the poll up for about a week
Oh,
because
really?
I knew like people were not able to probably. If I said it for like a day, people were gonna. There was only like a handful of votes, and it was like it's
Yeah.
might not be what
Mhm.
people want because it might be people are busy or whatever. So I was like, I'll leave it up for about a week, let people decide what they actually want it to be and stuff.
Mhm.
And I knew for the bun suit, I already had the artist in mind who was going to do it. I don't. Can I say the artist?
Of course.
Yeah. My so I had my friend Luna Umbra. She does like loads of like really good
Mhm.
art. She's like designed her whole model. She's done it all, and I like her art style. I was like,
Mhm.
if there was one person to draw me in a bunny suit, it would be my friend Luna. And so I
Yes.
had like
So cute.
it because I obviously want to support my friends as well when they do art and stuff.
Yeah.
Like it's one of those things that I've done across all my friends. Um, and so like obviously the bun suit eventually won.
Mhm.
And I messaged my friend. I was like, "So Luna, what are your thoughts on drawing me in a bun suit?"
I never thought you would never ask.
Thankfully, she was on board with it, and she drew it
Mhm.
on her stream and everything. It looked really good,
It turned out really cute. I
and
love
it
it.
turned out really amazing. I knew I'd picked the right person for the job,
Mhm.
uh, and chat got my bun suit.
Did you ever
Um,
add that bun suit to your 3D model?
Ooh.
we can. I would have to talk to my model mama, but we can have a
He was,
look.
he was like, wait, why are you
You're
putting
so
that
thrown
out there
off.
like that? I'm gonna just go to your stream and be like, I'm gonna tweet later, be like, 30K likes or 30 likes for a bun suit, Jake. Jake.
Ooh.
I just start the stream like, what is your orders, Niasta? I have done a variety of outfits. Nothing that I can really show right now, but I've got
Mhm.
like a minor, I got an old prospector Fowie,
Ooh.
which
That
was
is cool. I love
which was
that.
actually originally a meme. That because I was running around in Dead by Daylight with like an old prospector voice.
Oh my
Uh,
god.
and one of my friends drew like the image of like me and my friends playing Dead by Daylight.
Yeah.
And so I was like, this has to be an outfit that I had to do. I then also have the maid outfit. I have a maid outfit model that thankfully no one has redeemed in a while.
Say
Can
less.
can I put this on right
I
now?
uh I well I could, but not with the iPhone Arc kit. I would have to find the model again.
Oh. Mhm. Mhm.
Um,
Damn it. Cut
Kenji
again.
wanted to see it.
um, so I have had like my fair share of models,
Mm.
um, or not models, outfits.
Yeah. Would you get another outfit anytime
Mm.
soon or not at the
Yeah,
moment? Mm.
I think thankfully like the person I talked to, they're like very reasonable with the prices when it comes to another outfit.
Mm.
Oh.
Uh,
Mhm.
I got them off Fiverr.
Oh,
Not,
really?
and it was like one of the because I saw another VTuber had like the same model from that person. I was like, why not? Like, this person had a very good, cool outfit. It's good price as well. Um,
That's really cool.
and
I
I
mean,
approached them again. I was like, do you mind making a maid outfit for me? And they were like, yeah, sure. Let me like do a custom offer. As I was clicking on like buy new order on Fiverr, and they were like, "Here's your offer." I was like, "Oh wow, okay, that's really reasonable." I feel like I'm
Mm.
ripping you off here, but sure, like
I love
you know,
Fiverr. I love it so much.
um,
Same.
and so yeah, like it's not off the cards that I get outfits. I suffer in the creative aspects.
Yeah.
Um,
Mhm.
I creating an outfit is a little bit of hard work for me because I'm like once I'm set on something, it's like it's set. So in my eyes,
Yeah.
I have an outfit. Like I have this outfit right here, and it's like I have an outfit. If that
Mhm.
makes sense, it's like
No,
I do
it
get what you
does make
mean.
sense.
Yeah.
my mind's not like, oh, but I could have another outfit.
Mhm.
I would like to
I
move
always
away.
think about outfits. It's just too much, way more expensive for me to get.
I do want to move away from Noctis Lucius one day.
Ooh. Yeah.
Right now, it's just trying to get all the pieces together, hand it over to someone that would make the outfit,
Yeah.
So do you
and get
not
it
see
all
that
done.
your own outfit? Do you not? Do you not? What would you be your ideal outfit for you? Like your everyday outfit that's not this.
I mean, I'm very much a dress all in black kind of guy. So it would probably still be like this, like the jacket, like the shirt and stuff. I hate long sleeves. I hate them with a burning passion.
Really?
Same. High
Um,
five.
hell yeah. I mainly do that because I used to wear a watch, and so whenever I wanted to check what the time was, I'd have to like mess around with the cuff, get the cuff off, then like look at the time, put the cuff back on, and I'm like one of those people like this is just taking too long. This
That's
is
so
too
funny.
inefficient. What is a mobile phone? Get that out of here. You know. So
Staying
like
kids
I
and their mobile phones and looking at the time. I'm back in the day of old school. Looking at my
their damn
wrist.
iPhones and their TikToks. Where's my pocket watch?
God.
Oh, good heavens! Look at the time. I must hop off now on my penny farthing.
Oh God.
That's so
I
funny.
saw someone actually drive past my house once in a penny farthing. That was a
Wait,
weird
really?
trip. This like dude that looked like probably like early 20s, like or to mid 20s,
20s? Oh.
just straight up just cycling down my road on a penny farthing. I'm like, what is going on?
I'd literally double take. I'm not gonna lie. I'd be like, what? Excuse me?
And
I don't even know what that is.
a penny farthing. So it was a bike that was rode
Mhm.
around in the Victorian era. The back wheel probably had like a diameter of like 10 centimeters. The front wheel had like a diameter of like a meter.
It'd be chunky.
It was a very
Be
Oh,
chunky.
those type of bikes. Okay.
Yeah.
So it was coined the penny farthing. I don't know
Why do
why.
they have one? That's my question. Where do they get it from? Another question.
Let's be honest though, it was Victorian era. It was very weird. Everything was very
that's
weird.
very true. That is very true.
Very true.
I recently learned today that back in the Victorian era there used to be like actual plaques on buildings where if it was on fire and the firefighters came and they saw it had a plaque on it, they would put out the fire.
Wait,
Or they would
really? Why?
prioritize putting out the fire because like you apparently did like insurance, so you get insurance on the house and that house
Yeah.
then came with a plaque on the front.
Oh, wait,
and so,
really? Was this
like,
only in the UK though? I'm guessing it wasn't.
Yeah,
in
Probably, I
I've
think
never
so.
heard that in the U.S.
Just in the
It's a
UK.
practice. It's a practice now long gone.
Yeah,
Of course, all the
mhm.
firefighters would like try and like put out the fire themselves. So even if they were from like a rival insurance company, they would still try and put out the fire because they got a bonus if they were there first. And so like there was like all these different insurance companies all had their own different set of firefighters. It was very weird. Victorian Britain was so
That's so cool though. That's so cool. I didn't know that.
Victorian Britain in itself could probably fuel like 10 isekais because of how bizarre it was.
Oh God,
That's so
dear
funny.
me.
But that's
Are
what I
there
learned
any
today.
Oh, sorry. Keep going.
No, carry on.
I was gonna
That was it.
Okay. I was gonna ask, is there any projects that you've done this year that you wasn't able to actually manage to do that you want to do for 2023? Like, do you have any like goals for 2023 as we're ending 2022?
I wanted to have a live 2D. I think that was one of my. I was trying to find. I actually tweeted this out earlier today. I was like, "How is everyone finding their 2022 goals?" Everyone would like tweet at the start of the year, like, "These are my goals."
Yes.
And I tweeted out the same thing, like, "These are my goals for 2022," but I can't find them.
I'm not gonna lie. It took a while for me to try and find I had to search in my tweets like certain words to try and find that one because otherwise I didn't find it. So that's the only reason I found.
I'll have to do that then.
Because I can't find it.
I did the old-fashioned way of just scrolling down my Twitter feed.
all of
I
it.
scrolled
My
through my
God.
profile
Your
feed
poor
and I got down to like August, I think, and then like it just refused to load anymore. I was like, come on.
Mine did that. You honestly, the best way to do it is literally search for your tweet. I mean, it depends if you can remember anything. But no, that's how I found mine. But mate, I mean, is that what you want to do for next year then? You're gonna get
I want to get a live 2D. I already technically have one as a hush hush.
Whoa, an exclusive! Holy
A Tokumei podcast exclusive. Get that in the hot
God.
press.
Holy shit! I'm surprised. Wait, wait. Can we see? I mean, we won't post it in the video, the actual episode. Do you have like a picture that we can see?
I can upload it to the group chat now.
Have I seen it?
Right.
Is it the one you
both? I think you both have seen it.
Ooh, okay.
It's my worst kept secret because I've said to all my friends that are content creators, like, this is what I've made, this is what I've got. But secret, don't tell anyone else. It's like,
oh yeah, you did. Okay, yeah. You did tell me that. Okay,
I love it.
I forgot about this. Yeah.
The
That's
one
so
thing
cute.
that I'm waiting on like debut art. I need to get some debut art done.
Yeah,
I need to get some
Ashley and stuff. What?
It's all Lord. I wrote I did a script. I need to send some voice actors, and get them all on board.
Damn, that's so exciting.
It's gonna be a huge project. This will be technically my first actual debut because this 3D model actually I was playing on like near Christmas Eve, near New Year's Eve, and then I got a message on Fiverr of like the person like, here's your model. I was like, oh my god, I'm setting this up right now. It's like
oh my god, that's so exciting though. It's so exciting.
I was like, no time for like some sort of like, debut. We're going. I was like, fuck it, we'll do it live.
That's good how it was when I first got my first model. I just showed up and they were like, oh, you're moving. I'm like, yeah, crazy.
You should have messed with their mind and gone, I've always been moving. Couldn't you tell? That's what I've done.
But I'm so happy for you, man. I am so happy for you, man. Debuts are like stressful and emotional and great at the same time.
Yeah, that's one of the things that's been holding me back. I'm like one of those like perfectionist people. I'm like, this needs to be perfect. And like, everything has to be set in the right place at the right time. Otherwise, I'm not motivated to work on it at all. Why is it not in place?
I mean, that makes sense, though.
Let me give you some words of encouragement. Even when you do it, it will not be perfect. Stuff is part of the experience.
I already have experience in voice acting, so hopefully it shouldn't be that.
You do? Where?
You know where it is, Kenty. It's in your debut video.
I know. I just wanted you to say it.
I remember that happening. I voiced the main villain at the end that literally said like, I think 3 words. Or it was like enemies have been spotted. Make contact soon. I remember watching the debut video, and everyone in the chat's like, "Wow, who's this fucking creepy stalker dude?"
So perfect. You did so perfect.
Way to hit my ego.
But
I was humbled that day.
Though, he the perfectionist thing, he was very, very good. I asked him, like, it was like a last minute thing, but he was so like wanting to be so perfectionist. But it's like, hey, I did like 5 takes. Let me know if you need any more. I'm like, no, I think this one is pretty good. I think this one worked. It was like, oh, and then like after like an hour, he was like, okay, I did some more just to make sure that it was really right.
I was like, I think overall, I sent you like 40 takes.
What?
He did.
My
God. I misread what Kenty originally said. It was enemies, not enemy. So I did every single like take in the first like 20 or something.
Yeah.
With me just saying enemy has been spotted, and then Kenty comes back and goes, yeah, like we want it to be enemies, not enemies. Oh, I'm so sorry about that.
Wow. And he kept apologizing. I was like, no, it's okay. It's okay. It's not a big deal.
So I sent you like another 40 takes.
Oh my god. Talking about goals though. talking about goals, what goals would you say you've achieved this year, Foe?
I think I hit the follower goal. I originally said that I was going to only have 500. This is going to be really weird now. Look, and it's 1K or something. But I got past the 500 followers, which I never thought I would be able to do.
Hey, yo, let's freaking go.
Hell yeah! It feels really weird talking about my achievements and stuff.
Yeah.
I'm one of those people that feels really bad. I feel like I'm always self-promoting when I talk to friends.
Well, this is about you, though.
I know
it's about you.
Me. I still feel bad.
No, don't feel bad. It's about you. That's awesome. I'm happy for you. We both are. You deserve it. You work so hard.
True.
But yeah, hitting 500 was an absolute crazy thing for me because my original flesh tuber, you know, I only had I think 200, 300 follows on it, and it was just to see something surpass something that I've already done, and to be somewhat successful. I feel happy in that sense. I'm God damn, this is actually somewhat working. World domination will soon be mine.
Domination. Wait, that's amazing though. Congratulations. That's so cool.
I am so happy for you.
There was other goals talking to more people. Obviously, I met you, Kenty, this year. I met you, Lucy, this year.
Wow.
This year? We've only known each other this year?
Exactly. Because I met Lucy because of mutual raids.
Who was it through? Do you remember?
I remember Valentine originally raiding you.
Val?
And then I followed you and stuff. And then Val had a viewer that you shared that recommended me through that. Because I remember it very distinctly. I was playing Olympus on Apex. I was inside the middle turbine area, and then you raided. And I was just what is this? What is happening? There's so many people. And the rest was history.
Hell yeah.
I don't know how I met you, truthfully. I don't remember this.
I think we actually did meet through Lucy, I think, because you mentioned remember Lucy mentioning about the Tokumei podcast?
Yes.
And that led me to then follow you in your Twitch and Twitter. And I think we just started I think we both just started bullying Lucy in Twitch chat.
Oh, okay.
I don't know recollection of that at all. I don't believe
I don't know what you're on about.
Whatsoever.
I think that's how we met. And then you came up to me and said, yo, I'm doing a collab on The Forest. Do you want to be a part of it?
Was that our first collab?
That was our first collab.
I was watching both of you play that, by the way, and Kenji, man, Kenji died. Kenji was like, where am I? And Thoe was like, I'll come get you.
I kept getting lost and I kept getting folded by everything. I swear one time I got beat up by 40 people.
I was so annoyed because Twitch did not save or publish my VOD for that stream.
No.
And I was going into it, I was like, I don't need to record this. If I find anything funny, I can just pull it down from the VOD.
Yeah.
And so I didn't record any of it. Yeah. This would have been the most perfect YouTube video.
It was.
Because we were always bickering. We were always destroying the fireplace outside our thing.
It was so fun. It was so fun.
Going down into the cave, that was the most suspenseful. I mean, that could have been a video itself. Just entering that cave. The amount of times Kenty was screaming because someone ran out to them through the darkness.
That shit was terrifying.
Me, Naoto, and Captain were all having to babysit you. It was the funniest shit I've ever had.
Oh, God.
The part where we were bullying on Lucy about the bottled water. Bottled water?
Oh, bottled water.
Hello?
British.
Every time we would need to fill up the water, we'd be like, who didn't fill up the water? The bottled water.
Oh my.
It was just like the fact that we like put the bottle of water to like boil on the fireplace, and then
Can't
someone would
believe
walk over and go, "Oh, I'm gonna take a bit now," and just whack it with their fire axe
It's
destroy the
funny.
fireplace.
It's so funny.
Oh my god.
Shoot.
Do you have a lot of
Well,
people coming in your stream, Chloe, saying bottle water or not?
No, actually.
Great, just me. Okay.
Yeah.
Just me.
I have had like a few people come and go, "Oh, you're British, yeah, governor."
Oh god.
Nah.
I haven't had that. I haven't had that.
I don't know. Maybe my accent isn't a strong British accent. You know, there's like some accents that people like immediately.
Do I?
Yeah.
I would say yours is more like akin to the British.
Oh,
British.
Yeah.
No, I don't know, because I can hear yours though. I'm trying to.
It's not as thick as
Nah.
yours, though, Lucy.
No.
I only sound British when I start speaking like a chav. Nah, fam, what you want? What you chatting? You chatting shit, bruv.
You eventually you kind of start talking like Chris Abroad, and like it confuses me sometimes.
Oh
when
my
you get your
god! I see that.
Chris Broad. Whoa.
Yes, you
Chest
do.
boxing, you know.
See, I told you. It's like, it confuses me. I'm like, whoa. Like, what? Are you? We're talking to Chris Abroad, and we just pulled up.
I would say maybe I'm the Chris Broad VTuber, but I mean that they're already very popular. They're already a very big popular VTuber. Yeah, maybe.
I knew.
What? No.
I knew that reference.
But okay, okay. So I just have the voice of a cynical old man then. Not old.
I mean, it's good. I didn't say it was a bad thing. It's a sexy accent. I don't know if Lucy told you, but I love British accents. It's like one of my favorite accents of all.
There's a lot of people that say it. I'm like, why? Why is it so appealing to?
It's so hot. It's so trusting. It's so appealing.
Trusting.
Trusting.
Almost
all the world. How is that
like,
trusting?
Look, man, it's different. Like if you come up from a New York accent, like, "Hey, yo, come over here," it's different. But if you hear a British accent and says, "Hey, want to come over here? Oh, want to come over here a little bit and have a little tea and crumpets?" It's like, oh, well, yeah, I don't like crumpets, but sure, I will definitely take some.
All I can think of now that you said New York, all I can think of is I'm walking here.
I'm walking here.
Here. Oh, you brain or something? I'm walking here.
So,
Oh dear.
before our last couple of questions, is there anything in the future, like projects that you really want to make sure happens in the next year? Like, is there something that you didn't do this year that you definitely want to make sure? I know you said you're live 2D, but like, if it's like personal goals of yourself, off stream, other platforms, what is like a big deal of projects that you want to make happen for you?
One of the big projects I want to do, and it was actually one of the sub goals that I hit during my 1 year anniversary.
Ooh.
I'm gonna hopefully start releasing like manga comics.
Oh, that's so cool!
Oh my god, yes!
Obviously, I'm not gonna draw them because my drawing is atrocious.
I would love to see it though.
But hopefully they're gonna be like. Hopefully they're gonna be like fully voice acted and all that kind of stuff.
That's so cool.
Okay.
I'm toying already with the idea of the first one, and it may have also been a VTuber adopt that I also bought a few weeks ago.
Hey, yo. Okay.
So that's gonna be like a person. It's gonna be like very fantasy oriented.
Yeah.
It's gonna obviously include all the lore of like my character and the lore of like the world that I technically reside in and stuff like that. But I mean, to be fair, I'm going to take a lot of huge inspirations from the animes that I did enjoy.
So cool. I can't wait. I can't wait to see it. I know it's going to be really cool.
Like, one of the things recently that I've really loved is Power's the Blood Fiend in Chainsaw.
That's
just
cool.
the blood weaponry. I'm like, this is so cool. It's like instant like favorite character, like straight away.
Kind of reminds me of To Control Blood. I don't know if anyone's watched Beyond the Boundary.
I
haven't.
No, basically
all I
there's a
can think
gun
of
in
was
it.
Avatar then. Avatar: The Last Airbender. Or Legend of Korra, isn't it? Where they do the blood bending.
Oh no,
Oh,
yeah, I actually didn't know that as well. I didn't know that was in that. But yeah, it has. But I do like that. It's really, really cool. It is
Legend
very,
of
very
Korra
cool.
is like the adults version, isn't it? It's more of like the adult
Oh
oriented
really?
version of
Yeah.
the Legend of Aang. Because the Legend of Aang
Legend
was
of
like,
Aang. The
is it
Avatar: The
no
Last Air-
the last Airbender? It's been ages. Avatar: The Last Airbender, like that was obviously the one that was like on TV, weren't it? So it was like very dumbed down.
Why are you talking like it was like like an old foreign cartoon?
Back in my day,
Avatar
back in
was
cable
the
TV.
shit. Legend of Korra was okay for most of it.
Well, it was
But
like, have you ever had that thing where you grew up on something and then found out that the reason why they did that was purely because they couldn't have like death or anything on screen?
yes.
So the one thing that I found out this year that has completely changed my whole perspective was actually, funnily enough, Yu-Gi-Oh! So obviously over here we watched like the 4Kids version,
Yes.
like the
Yeah,
YouTube
yeah.
dubbed, not YouTube, Yu-Gi-Oh dubbed. Turns out the Shadow Realm isn't a thing in the Japanese version of Yu-Gi-Oh.
Nope.
The
There's
Shadow
that.
Realm itself was a 4Kids edit because they didn't want to depict death,
Oh,
and so they sent the people to this like endless void instead.
Yeah.
It's
Kids did a
void.
lot of stuff.
So they're
It's
like,
just
technically,
stupid.
this person is still alive. They're just, in an endless void with no food, no water, no sleep, nothing.
oh my god, that seems worse.
Yeah,
Which-
seems worse.
like 'cause
Thinking of
in the
it-
Japanese, Yugi was actually going to kill Weeble. He was like literally
Really?
he was going to kill
I mean,
him.
to be fair, he did throw a load of his cards over a cruise ship.
I mean,
Is that evil? Yeah, that was
Weeble.
Weeble.
That was Weeble. That was Weeble.
You're useless now, Yugi. It's like-
Well, we gotta end on one final question, and that is
Ooh.
two final questions that we ask every special guest person that comes. First, what is your favorite anime?
Oh no, I knew this question was gonna come up. It's gonna sound really like cheap. I think it's like a cheap answer, but Full Metal Alchemist, but the 2003
Hell
version,
yeah, hell
first
yeah.
one. The way
Yeah.
they do. So Full Metal Alchemist was actually the reason why I actually started reading manga.
Wow.
I finished the first Full Metal Alchemist. I was like, perfect. Like, this is amazing. The story was beautiful. Chef's kiss. I'm gonna watch Brotherhood now, and then like the first episode of Brotherhood, and they're like all these characters running around again. I'm like, how are you alive? What are you doing here? But,
That did confuse me too.
and then I found out that Brotherhood was like a continuation of like the manga, so they like fully like
Yeah.
redid the entire anime, and they stuck to the manga this time. And so I was like, wow, like I'm not gonna watch the anime. I'm just gonna go and buy the books and read the books. And so I did that. I bought like the three and one books that they do like Forbidden Planet and stuff.
Omnibuses.
So I technically bought like 9 books for 20 quid, an absolute bargain.
That's really good, yeah.
That
Took
is
them on
amazing.
Took them on like a 10-week or a 10-day holiday like abroad. So I was like, I'm gonna read them by the poolside, and then I read all 3 books in like 2 days, and I'm like, I've got nothing else to read now. So I read those books like 3-4 times over like the course of that holiday.
That is crazy.
But it's just like, I think one of the first animes I fully like got invested into. I like the story, the whole world building. I feel the way they do.
A good one to get into. A lot of people love Full Metal. I do too. It's great.
My hot take is that I think the homunculus are better created in the original than the Brotherhood one.
Yes.
I think the homunculus are there's a lot more story behind them rather than just how it's explained in Brotherhood or the manga. I prefer it in the original first anime. And also I'm very heavily into JoJo at the minute. I like a lot.
Okay, the second question, the final question of the podcast of this year, is, well, it depends on if you seen it. Have you seen the anime Fruits Baskets or watched it?
Yes.
I know of it, but I haven't. I'm a fake anime weeb.
No, okay. So do you know the two like main guys on the cover? The orange hair guy and the white hair guy.
I'm totally not googling what the.
Their names are Yuki and Kyo.
Yuki and Kyo.
Type them in. We always ask this question, by the way.
We always ask this question. We always
do,
ask this
yeah.
Because this is an
Okay.
ongoing debate.
I'm currently winning.
She is!
Yeah.
I'm not gonna tell you why.
Okay. No, I haven't. I don't think I've seen this anime, but I'm looking at them now.
The important question: if you had to choose one of those two boys on screen, which one would you choose?
Oh, I'm like looking at like them in different outfits and stuff now. I'm like trying to figure out.
This is a perfect thing because you have no bias. So which one would you choose?
I'm going purely off looks. I have to say the grey hair dude.
No!
Yes!
I'm seeing
winning.
I'm seeing a picture of him in a buttoned up coat and like, oh my lord.
Yes! Yes! Victory!
It's that picture I've just put in the chat has swayed me.
You didn't get a good picture of Kyo, but I love Kyo.
Don't try to persuade his view. He chose. The man chose wisely.
It's fine. We can continue this. We can continue our feud.
So, for context, I love Yuki. And Lucy likes Kyo, which is the orange hair guy. And we've been asking every person that comes on the podcast which one would they choose. And now, with your decision, we are currently tied, and I love it.
We are tied now.
What are the scores?
Because we just want to see, because Yuki's better. And
no.
But she keeps trying to say that Kyo's better. I think Kyo is okay, but I feel like he should have, like, no spoilers.
I love him. He's such a tsundere.
This feels like the entire argument of who is the best Joe bro. Like the best side character in the JoJo universe.
It's the only girl debate we have.
It is. That is literally it. Oh my god. But no, thank you. Thank you so much for today. Thank you so freaking much, Fo, for coming on. Do you want to plug anything that you want to... Anything at all?
Hi, I stream on Twitch. I stream almost every night, 7 p.m. BST, GMT. I don't know time zones. It's UK time. It's Jthowi with an underscore because Jthowi was taken somehow. I don't know how. Like, how did someone take that name?
Losers.
How dare they?
On YouTube, it's Jthowi. TikTok, it's Jthowi. Everywhere else, it's just Jthowi. JTH OWI. A lot of people call me JTH Owie.
So everyone, please go check out Foey if you can. We love Foey here. We stand him. We do in this household.
Definitely main character.
Thank you for inviting me. Kenty invited me, and I was like, my heart rate shot up to like 200. I was like, me?
I'm happy to have you. We are happy to have you.
Hell yeah!
And you are our second ever male Vtuber guest that we ever had.
True. That is very, very true. That's so cool. Hell yeah!
Honored
for today. For this stream,
Sheesh. But no, thank you everyone so much for listening today. You can find us anywhere on any social media platform. You can find me at Anime for Days, and then you can also find Kenty at Kentina Star. This is the last episode of the year, and we can't wait to share all our stories again in the new year, and I can't wait to continue. It's gonna be so fun. But thank you so much, everyone, for listening. I will see you next time.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.